This courtroom hearing explodes when a 25-year-old defendant, Ms. Bull, shows up thinking she can talk her way out of trouble, again. She's already on probation, accused of violating court orders, skipping drug treatment, and completely disappearing on her probation officer. But what happens next is something no one in the courtroom expects. When her lawyer asks for drug treatment instead of jail, the judge asks a simple question: do you actually need it? Ms. Bull doesn't hesitate. She openly admits she doesn't think she needs treatment at all, and only requested it to avoid going to jail. The room goes silent. As the judge digs deeper, her explanations only make things worse. She claims jail changed her, says she's drinking more water now, and insists she wants to focus on making music. There's no accountability, no urgency, just confidence that feels dangerously misplaced. The judge then lays out the facts. 3 drug-related convictions, 7 failed treatment attempts, and a pattern of ignoring court supervision. Enough is enough. Probation is revoked, and the sentence is handed down, 138 days in jail. That's when reality hits. Ms. Bull immediately panics. She backtracks, begs for treatment, and promises she'll comply this time. But the judge isn't moved. He reminds her that she already told the court the truth: she never wanted help, only an escape from consequences. With her own words sealing her fate, the judge makes it clear, this court will not be manipulated. In just minutes, confidence turns into desperation, and excuses turn into jail time. This is a brutal reminder: when you play games with the court plays back harder.
They threatened you or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea? No. All right, counsel, you can please order your client.
Yes, I'd like to direct your attention to June 15th, 2023 and June 22nd, 2003. Did you fail to appear for a probationary instruction?
Yes.
And additionally, while on probation, you did accrue a new charge, correct?
Yes.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violations. Enter a plea of guilty based upon your, enter a probation violation based upon your plea of guilty, and that would be technical violations 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And counsel?
Your Honor, I saw the recommendation for 60 days jail. I asked that my client get credit for the time that she's been in since December 1st. I'd ask that it run concurrent with the admonishment that she's received from the charge that she just took a plea on. And then furthermore, she did ask that during this time in custody, if possible, she would like the opportunity to be tethered to treatment. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Ms. Bolchak, did you request to be tethered to treatment while you've been on bond?
Yes, just to try to have time. I mean, I don't think I personally need treatment, but I know that was something that I asked for when I first got arrested. So I'll do the days. I'll do whatever it takes, but I really just want to get home.
Okay, ma'am. Let me ask you a couple questions. Number one, if you don't think you need treatment, why did you ask to go to treatment?
I was trying to have like the days made up. I don't know if it. I don't really know. Because
ma'am, you asked for treatment. So why did you ask for treatment?
Jail.
I'm sorry?
To not have jail time.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. So, and you don't think you need treatment? Given what's been going on with you the last year, you don't think you need treatment?
Honestly, no. I really found myself in here. I've been spending time with myself. I don't know. I don't feel like I need a guy or anything. I don't know. I just want to get going on life.
Well, man, the way you've been going on life, not a great start. How old are you?
25.
25. And now you have 3 drug-related convictions. 3. Your under advisement status is revoked. You had an opportunity to not have your possession charge on your record, and you didn't do a darn thing with probation. Not at all. You just ghosted us.
So I haven't been.
Ma'am, part of the concern, right, is when you get out, how are you going to continue to do stuff? Right? That's part of what treatment is, and you don't think you need treatment. So
I've been to treatment 7 times. I've been to treatment like 7 times. I don't know. I know how to work the program. I know to go to a meeting when I need to. I know there's just different times. I know.
So you go through the motion. You go through the motions. So you just go through the motions. You don't really receive what it is that you're getting.
I really think I've learned a different way. I've been incarcerated this time, ma'am. I don't know. It's just, it feels different. It feels really different. I'm willing to go any probation that you need.
Judge, we're ready to hear the sentencing. We are ready to proceed, Judge.
Yes, no, man, you're not getting probation. I can tell you that much. The court's going to, on 23405, the court's going to adopt the recommendation, revoke probation, close the case without improvement, $50 probation violation fee, 60 days jail. On 23739, the court's going to adopt the recommendation. Your under advisement status is revoked, your probation is revoked, $50 probation violation fee, 60 days jail. The court will know that will be served concurrent. And then the court's going to also order on 232479, the court's going to order 93 days jail. Credit for your 15 days. That's consecutive with 23739 and 23405. And the court will suspend your fines and costs on this matter.
What?
Any questions, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Any questions, ma'am?
So, how many days?
Well, 60 on your probation violations plus 93 plus 15. So that's going to be, I can tell you exactly what that is, ma'am.
Is there any way I could do treatment?
138 days.
Is there any way I could do treatment?
And you told this court you don't need treatment.
Okay,
No, you told this court the only reason you said that is because you didn't want to do the jail time.
no, that's
So
not,
you can do the jail time.
ma'am, I'll do treatment.
And quite frankly, ma'am, with your lengthy warrant status and you're absconding from probation, I'm not sure that you would not abscond from your treatment.
Ma'am, I can't do 130 days.
Yeah, you said you didn't need treatment.
I do.
The problem was, when I went to sheriff, I asking for people over.
I need help with housing when I get out of here. I'm gonna need.
I'm sorry?
I need help with housing when I leave here. You know, I have my.
Okay, I need that talking in the background to please stop.
Somebody in.
My court recorders indicated our record is a mess because of all the talking in the background. And what was that, Ms. Bolchak?
I really don't. I think I need treatment instead.
Ma'am, you were very clear. You've been to treatment 7 times and you don't need treatment anymore.
No, I do.
You know how to work the program.
No, I got a little ahead of myself. That's what I asked for when I first came in. Because I do have a drug.
Judge, potentially, Judge, I know that potentially she might be asking for some sort of mental health treatment, but I understand this docket does need to be moved along. So if necessary, we have to have the matter recalled later in the morning to potentially have it reevaluated. but I understand the docket does need to move along, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Bolchak, I'm not ordering treatment for you at this point because you stated that you don't need treatment and you only asked for it so that you didn't have to do jail time. Given that and the fact that you had absconded from probation with this court, the court is concerned that you're not going to abscond from treatment. So at this point, 138 days is what you're going to serve.
The courtroom is quiet as the case is called, but tension hangs in the air long before anyone begins to speak. Standing before the judge is a 25-year-old defendant, Ms. Bull, appearing once again for a probation violation. This isn't unfamiliar territory for her. She's been here before, promised change before, and been given opportunity after opportunity to prove she could follow the rules. Yet here she is again, facing the consequences of choices she insists weren't that serious. Ms. Bull is on probation for multiple drug-related offenses, and the conditions were clear. Stay in contact with your probation officer. Attend court-ordered treatment. Follow the rules laid out by the court. These weren't suggestions, they were requirements. But instead of compliance, what followed was silence. Missed appointments turned into weeks of absence. Supervision turned into avoidance. Eventually, her probation officer couldn't even locate her. In the court's words, she didn't just fall behind, she disappeared. Her attorney begins by asking the judge to consider treatment instead of jail. It's a familiar request, one the court has heard countless times. Rehabilitation over incarceration. Another chance to get it right. On the surface, it sounds reasonable. But the judge doesn't immediately respond. He looks directly at Ms. Bull and asks her a question that cuts through everything else. Do you actually believe you need treatment? What happens next is the moment that changes the entire hearing. Without hesitation, without pause, Ms. Bull answers honestly, but disastrously. She says she doesn't think she needs treatment. She admits she only asked for it because she didn't want to go to jail. The courtroom goes still. Her own lawyer freezes. And the judge leans back, processing what he's just heard. Instead of walking it back, Ms. Bull keeps talking. She explains that being in jail already changed her mindset. She says she's drinking a lot of water now. She talks about clarity, about growth, about wanting to focus on making music and turning her life around. Her tone is casual, confident, almost conversational, as if she's pitching a new chapter rather than addressing a serious violation. The judge listens, but his expression doesn't change. He asks follow-up questions, giving her room to reflect, maybe even correct herself. But she doesn't. Instead, she continues defending her choices, minimizing her behavior, and framing her absence from probation as something that simply happened, not something she actively chose. That's when the judge begins laying out the facts. He reminds her that probation is not a right, it's a privilege. One that comes with trust. Trust that she would follow instructions. Trust that she would stay in contact. Trust that she would be honest. And that trust, according to the court, has been broken repeatedly. He reviews her history slowly and clearly. 3 drug-related convictions. 7 previous attempts at treatment. 7 opportunities that ended the same way, initial compliance, followed by excuses, followed by disappearance. Each time the court extended leniency, it was met with the same result. The judge explains that treatment only works when someone genuinely wants help, not when it's used as a shield against consequences. And Ms. Bull herself admitted that treatment wasn't about recovery, it was about avoiding jail. Those were her words, not the court's. As the judge speaks, the reality of the situation starts to sink in. The tone of the room shifts. What once felt like a discussion now feels like a reckoning. The judge explains that absconding from probation isn't a misunderstanding, it's a choice. Ignoring supervision isn't accidental, it's intentional. And lying to the court, whether directly or through omission, destroys credibility completely. Then comes the ruling. Probation is revoked. The sentence follows immediately. A total of 138 days in jail. The moment the number is spoken, Ms. Bull's demeanor collapses. The confidence vanishes. Her posture changes. Her voice trembles. She immediately tries to undo what she said just moments earlier. She begs for treatment. She promises compliance. She insists she'll attend every session, follow every rule, do whatever the court asks. But the judge stops her. He reminds her that she already told the truth when it mattered most. That she didn't want treatment for recovery, she wanted it for escape. And the court cannot ignore that. He explains that promises made under pressure mean very little when the record shows a pattern of broken commitments. The judge makes it clear that this decision isn't about punishment alone. It's about accountability, about protecting the integrity of the court, about sending a message that honesty matters, but timing matters too, and honesty that comes only after consequences are announced is too late. Ms. Bull continues pleading, her voice cracking, asking for one last chance. But the judge remains firm. He explains that chances have already been given, many times over. And each time, the outcome was the same. With her own words sealing her fate, the judge concludes that incarceration is the only option left. Not because the court wants to be harsh, but because nothing else has worked. Treatment has failed. Probation has failed. Trust has failed. As deputies step forward, the weight of the moment finally lands. What began as a hearing she likely expected to talk her way through ends with a sentence she can't talk her way out of. In just minutes, confidence turned into desperation, and excuses turned into consequences. This courtroom didn't punish her for honesty. It punished her for a pattern of manipulation, avoidance, and disregard for the opportunities she was repeatedly given. And in the end, the court made one thing clear: when you treat probation like a game, the consequences are very real.